Ready for some 4th of July DIYs? If so, stick around and find out how I made these firework red, white, and blue earrings and this beautiful candle. The light will go off. So let's get to DIYing. And I'm just going to tell you straight off the bat, these things are not fast because there's a lot of drying time involved. So if you're not patient, this may not be the DIY for you. If you're somewhat patient, you might want to use a hairdryer to assist you in the drying process. I ended up doing that because I wanted to get these DIYs out to you before the 4th of July, and sometimes I just want things to be done. So stick around, I'll show you how I did this red, white, and blue candle. And the fabulous firework red, white, and blue earrings. Okay, for this project you are going to need some of these little gems, rocks, glass rocks, whatever they're called. You can get the whole little netted bag like this for like 97 cents at Walmart, and they have different colors, but we are going to be using some glitter on ours. So I got the clear makeup sponge or a paint brush, 3 colors of this glitter glue. Of course ours is going to be red, white, and blue, and these are like 88 cents at Walmart. A jar. I'm just upcycling an old jar that had relish in it. Wash it first, otherwise it'll smell like pickles. A candle for the finished project. Some E6000, and be extremely careful with this. It will glue your fingers together if you are not careful. So be very careful. If you're younger, please get parents' help. The reason why I'm not going to use hot glue is because I don't want the candle melting the glue and all of the rocks falling off. So that's why we're not using hot glue. So optional for your jar is some jute cord or some string of some kind, and some beads. I'm going to be using these little star beads that I had laying around. So if you are using the makeup sponge, you're just going to need scissors as well, and you're going to start by cutting this into 3 sections, and I'm just going to cut long ways, maybe. These don't have to be even. We're just going to use this to apply our glitter onto our little gemstones. So I'm going to adjust you down so you can see that. So I've already set 3 aside, and we'll start with the red, and I'm just going to put some here on the sponge. And then I'm going to take one of my rocks, turn it over to the flat side, and just dab it on. Now how many of these you need depends on how big your jar is. So if you've got a bigger jar than mine, you'll need more. If you have a smaller jar, you'll need less. It depends on how big your jar is. Until you have all of your little gemstones colored with red, white, and blue glitter, and then put them aside to dry. Make sure they're dried completely. Okay, so mine are finally dry. You can see. And it took over an hour to dry, and if you're like me and you get impatient, hair dryer, yay! This helped dry them much more quickly towards the end because they were not drying as fast as I wanted them to. If you are a patient person, you can just set these aside for however long they need. So the next step is you're gonna need your jar, your E6000, and this is the one that's gonna dry clear. You don't want one that dries white. And again, be extra super careful with this. Don't glue your fingers together. And my jar has this kind of, don't know if that's gonna show up on camera. There's kind of a line. So I'm gonna use that line to try my best to get my gem straight. So I'm just going to take a little of this, put it in the center of each of these, and then hold it for a few seconds, and then glue them all on. Little dab. I'm gonna put just a tiny bit in the center. Stop coming out, stop coming out. Gonna put that aside for a second, and then I'm going to line it up and just hold it in place. Just like that. So now I'm gonna do blue on the bottom, white in the middle, and then red at the top. And I'm just gonna do that all the way around. I'm gonna set my candle there so my jar doesn't run away. Long enough that they're gonna stay in place. I noticed this one, the first one I glued on, was starting to slip just a little bit. So I'm just gonna hold these for a few seconds and then continue on. So I've gone as far around as I can with the blue. You can see there's a little gap here. We can either stick that in the back or we get part of the design. Yours may go all the way around. I just don't have one that small to put in there. After finishing the first row, we're just gonna take our white and we're gonna just glue it right above the blue. Again, the same glue, tiny dab in the middle, and then I'm gonna hold it in place until it gets tacky. And then I'm just gonna go all the way around with the white and then all the way around with the red. And when you have finished that, meet back up with me. So I have finished all 3 of my layers, and I'm not gonna put the candle in it. I'm gonna let this sit overnight and dry. I might try to find a ribbon or something to put around the top, maybe to hang down and hide this, or again, just maybe leave it open or turn it towards the back. But I will come back tomorrow and show you how this turns out with the candle in it. In the meantime, we can start on our second DIY here. So we're gonna be using the same supplies, the same glitter. Keep your sponges, don't throw them away yet. And with your little jewels, see if you can find 2 that are similar shape and size. So I've already gone ahead and done one. You're also going to need some earring hooks and 2 of these eye pins. So with the glitter, with this one, you're gonna do it the same way, but you're gonna do all 3 colors on the same jewel. So I just started with the red, and then I did the white, and then I did the blue. Okay, there's the red. I'm gonna let it dry, then I'm gonna apply the white, and then I'm gonna apply the blue. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and I will meet back up with you when I'm done. Once all of your red, white, and blue glitter, or whatever color glitter you want is on there. You want to hold them to make sure that the shapes are about the same so you know which side is up. I've already glued the little eye pin onto the back of this one, so we're gonna put some E6000 on this one. But first you're going to need your handy dandy jewelry pliers. Mine also have a cutter on them. You definitely want a cutter. And you're gonna take your long eye pin and you're going to, I give it about finger's width. So not much. So you're just gonna cut that long end off. Set it aside. And I'm gonna put my E6000 on the top end where I want it, my post to attach. And I'm just going to glue it down. I want it to lay so that the circle is flat at the top. Also, you want to turn it around and make sure that the circle is centered where it needs to be. So I'm just comparing, that looks good. So that looks nice and centered on the front. So again, I'm just going to leave it overnight to dry, and then tomorrow we'll put on the earring hooks, finish up our candle and light it. And car update, my car is already fixed. We already have it back. It was just a dud battery that we had gotten put in it, so it has another new battery, but less than $200 to fix it and test everything. So I am super, super happy about that. So I will meet back up with you tomorrow and we'll finish up this DIY, and yeah, see you tomorrow. This part you can skip if you want. I'm just going to be hiding the threads around the top of mine, and then where I have the gap, I'm going to let the beads hang down as a little bit more decoration. So let's get to that. I've let it set overnight. It takes a little bit longer for it to fully cure, but we're gonna go ahead and put the string on the top. So I'm going to put my beads on. This cord kind of is a little bit frayed, so I'm just gonna kind of twist it to get it as small as I can to make sure the beads go on. And I want my stars to face this way, so I'm going to put it through the top first and then out the bottom. I've already put 3 on this side, and then I have 2 left I'm going to put on the other side. Make sure whatever beads you get that the hole is big enough for the string to go through. I might have to trim the string on this side because, like I said, it's a little bit frayed on this end. Maybe we can twist it. Success. Okay, got one more to go. So put your beads on if you're going to be doing this step, and then meet back up with me after you're done with that. So I've got all my beads on. On one side, I'm gonna go ahead and just tie a knot so the beads don't slip off the end. Then I'm gonna take my jar where the beads are split, and I'm gonna kind of measure it where I want it to lay, but I want to measure it a little bit longer because when we tie the knot, it's gonna take up some of the space. So I'm just gonna hold that, and I'm gonna bring it up, and I'm just gonna start winding it around the top. If your cord is slippery, you can use some glue to kind of hold it in place, and I'm just trying to cover up all of the clear glass parts here. So I'm gonna just stop here, and I'm just going to tie this in a knot. Then I'm going to take my beads on this side and I'm going to scoot them up to where I want them to go. So we're just going to go ahead and tie our knot in the end. Now I chose blue cord because blue is my favorite color and I didn't have red or white. But you can choose whatever color you think will look best for your candle. And then I'm just going to snip off the end with some scissors. Voila! Done with your 4th of July candle holder. And I'm gonna set that aside and we'll light it in just a minute. And we're gonna finish up our earrings. So you can see the glue dried flat. I hope you can see that. So you're gonna take your hook and your jewelry pliers. And when you open this little loop on the end here, you can see that, you want to twist it to the side. You do not want to pull it apart. Then we're going to attach this on, making sure that the flat is towards the back of the hook. And then you want to take the flat of your pliers again and just twist it back into place. If you pull the wire apart, you're going to end up with the wire being weak. And there we go. Let's do the other one real quick. We've got a set of red, white, and blue firework 4th of July earrings. So here is our lit candle, and you can't see anything because it is too bright in here. So which one is your favorite, the candle or the earrings? I don't know, I think I like the candle. I don't know, there's something about candles that I just love. And sparkles. Of course the earrings have sparkles too. If you make one of these, please leave me a comment down below, or you can write me an email at ShiveringShimmy@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/ShiveringShimmy. I'm also Shivering Shimmy on Twitter and Instagram, so you can check me out there and get the links to the videos, other videos that I have done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And like I said, it's a little time consuming, but it's really fun. And who can argue with glitter, right? Holler if you like glitter. Comment down below, glitter, if you made it this far through the tutorial. So I am going to go edit so I can get this up because my mother is coming this weekend and I won't have any time with her and my niece and nephew and my dad being here to edit and upload. So I'm gonna do that for you guys. I'm gonna go edit right now, and now I'm just rambling. But I will see you guys later, and happy 4th of July. Bye everybody.